Everyone out there, listen, welcome. My name is Jaye. This is my community Facebook page, Jaye What's Up? Hashtag collaboration is cool. I am very excited about my guest today, and her name is Annette S. Parker, and she is of ASP Coaching You, which I think is pretty cool. Yay! How are you, Annette?
I'm doing awesome today. Thank you very much for asking.
Thank you so much for popping on, and thank you too, community out there, for popping on. So why don't we give Annette a big heart, some thumbs up just in the comment below, because we certainly appreciate the time that she's coming onto our site. So that's fabulous. So Annette, I would love to go and let everyone know a little bit about your qualifications, because they are plentiful. And that's good. I think that's fabulous, right? You have certifications in energy therapy. You're a certified sound coach. I'm going to read some of this as well because I don't want to miss it. You have the NLP practitioner. You're a spiritual healer in terms of the Reiki, which is exciting. And you're a laughter yoga certified. And as I said, I know there's more, but I really just want to do a summary because there's quite a bit. And I think it's very fun. You have just a lovely personality because we were chatting earlier, and you're so why don't you tell us a little bit more about your story, your journey in terms of, how you got to where you are today on your path?
Sure. So basically, I always knew that when I touched people, even as a child, that something in them changed, but I didn't understand what that was, how it worked, what it was all about. Having grown up in a mentally, emotional, and physically abusive home left me feeling not able to love myself or to be loved, to accept love, because I really didn't understand what love was. And my parents, my father was an alcoholic. My mother was very, very religious. So every time I shared with her what I was doing, she told me, well, this is devil's work. Whatever it is you're doing, it's devil's work, right? And I knew in my soul that it wasn't devil's work, that there was more to it. So over the years, I had lived a very adverse lifestyle, very colorful, as some may say, with self-abuse, abuse from others, drug addiction, alcohol addiction. And then one day I woke up and I realized that there's more to life than this. And I made a big change, went into sobriety. Then I started in, I think it was in 2004? I started doing more holistical work. I was walking through not a grocery store, a corner convenience store, and there was a sticker there that said Healing Hands. So I pulled that off and I contacted them, and I got involved with the Academy of Holistic Modalities, where I started taking my training, and that's where I got my Reiki and a bunch of other certifications. And then I just still was working in the corporate world. And then I lost my job due to the, what do you call them, penny pushers, right? The ones in the ivory towers where they yeah. So they decided that my position was no longer required. And I honestly believe they were working on selling the corporation. So I was eliminated, and which left me open. And I sat there one day and I was sitting in a park and I was doing some meditation. And I said to God, I says, what is it that I'm supposed to do? What is it you want me to do? Where do you want me to go? And I thought, is it this, is it that, and different things. And so I thought, am I to follow the path of the healer? Is that what my path is supposed to be? And I says, send me a sign. Like, I'm not asking for a burning bush, but send me a sign. And as I was sitting there was a couple birds chirping away in the bush. And I says, well, if this is meant to be, then bring another bird down with these two that are already there. And all of a sudden there was 5 birds there, and they were making a hell of a racket.
I love that.
Hey, I get it. So that's when I opened my first business called Subtle Energies. And I ran that since 2000, I think it was 2004, 2005 that I started that business. And after a while, I realized that name did not suit what I did, because when you think of subtle energies, you think of something calm and something soothing. But because of my background, I'm more of a straightforward, in-your-face type person, right? Like I don't fluff things around. I'm very compassionate. Don't get me wrong,
right?
But I'm very, very upfront and forward. So like I remember asking some people about that, and one lady had only met me for 48 hours, and she says, Annette, I've only known you 48 hours, and you're anything but subtle. So subtle energies is not a good business name for you. So then I came up with ASP coaching and holistic modalities. And ASP, of course, is my initials. And I have been running this business. I've had it started in my backyard. Then I moved to a day spa for about 7 years. And then I moved the business back home. So I have an in-house treatment center here that I do my work. And now with COVID, I have moved on to working online and doing a lot of virtual, because I can do the energy work virtually. The reflexology, because I'm a certified reflexologist, that sort of, the hands-on, the reflexology, the detox, that's not something I can do in person, or that's only can be done in person,
sure.
not virtually. But the energy work and the coaching and the V.I.B.E sessions, those can all be done virtually. So that's how I got to where
I was going to say, that's amazing. Seriously, you have such a powerful story of where you came from and how you took control of it, and then you moved forward and made those changes. So kudos to you on that strong transformational story and path. I just thought that's amazing. So good. And I did notice too that you have a quote, and it says, we can't change the past, but we can change, right, our view of it, and then we can change the future. Would you like to expand on that a little bit?
Basically, your thoughts create your reality. So what you think is what you create, manifest. The law of attraction talks about that, right? If you've ever read the book, or seen the movie.
Both. Yeah.
Yeah, and because I know when before I really stepped into my power, I always felt bad about my past. The places that I had been, the things that I had done, the things that I had occurred. And it was like, oh, poor me, poor me. And then I realized one day, you know what? Everything happens for a reason. And everything that I've been through has allowed me to be able to identify with anybody that is sitting in front of me, right? Be it one thing or another, right? There's somehow, some way, my history I can relate to whatever it is you're going through, right? Because of that. So changing our thoughts around the way we view our past actually can create a better future. Because like I says, if I was thinking all the time that, oh, poor me, well, what kind of future am I going to have? Because our thoughts create it,
That's right.
Where thoughts go, energy flows.
Yes.
So if that's where the energy is flowing to, of the poor me, what am I going to be attracting? Just more poor me. So I turned that around and started, positive affirmations, and looking at, the experiences as a blessing instead of a curse.
Nice.
And that's how you can do that. And if you're not sure on how to do that, that's what I teach in my coachings.
That's so exciting, right? Is taking that, creating a strength from it, and then moving forward. Just very powerful. So that's fabulous. And also too, I noticed on your site that you have like these, almost like I mentioned before, 3 pillars, right? You've got imagine yourself, you've got awaken your soul and live your life. Maybe you could help us maybe in the breakdown of what each one represents and or offers, or what's there.
Well, with each of those is the if you're going from the website, I do believe that's from the mind, body, spirit.
It is.
Yeah, the mind, body, spirit. So it's the different modalities that I offer, because as you say, I have an array of them. So the mind would be covering the soul tones, working with the I-cube energies, the scalar energies, the coaching. The body has to do with the reflexology and the detox. And then the spirit also has to do with the intuition, the vibe, and working through that. So it's just working through the different modalities. So when I'm working with a client, what I would do is I would talk to them, and a lot of times that's all they want, is just to be heard, right? Because how often do we talk, but it's like nobody's hearing us. We're talking, but it's like you feel like you're not being heard. And then you question your own minds and what's going on. So then I listen to them and I find out what exactly is going on, and then make a recommendation of what I feel might be the best course of action for the client if they're unsure.
You know what? That is a beautiful, rounded, holistic approach.
That's why the holistic services come in there.
That's right. It all draws beautifully together, right?
Well, everything's connected. So if if you're having a headache, it could be because that there's a hormonal imbalance, or it could be tight muscles. or it could just be stress or your thoughts, right? The headache could be because of, stress in the home and the thoughts and the way you're looking at that, because it's all about changing the way we think.
That's lovely. Good. And it's so true, because people need to create awareness around potentially why this is happening, and then start to either eliminate and or move forward with it. Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. And yes, you also do a vibe sound, right? And energy sessions. That sounds fascinating.
Yes, that's my baby. I am the creator of V.I.B.E, which V.I.B.E stands for Vibrational Intuitive Basic Energy. And what that is it's a modality, it's a healing modality that I created about 4 years ago that came to me in meditation. And at first I was a little bit reluctant to follow the guidance of my guides telling me what to do here. But then I did step into the power of it. And what it is a combination of energy work and frequency. So I use energy work similar to Reiki, but I hold 3 different certificates in different energy healing modalities, probably more than 3, but 3 that I focus on basically. So I combine the 3 of those together to create an energy session. And then the frequency is created by the human voice. So it's used like harmonic language. So whatever intuitively, whatever sounds intuitively come out from me are meant for the client. And then what it does is it helps to restore relaxation, bring clarity, and to bring balance into the energy field and into the body. So I use a surrogate because it's usually it's done distantly. Everything's done distantly. So I use George, and I would love to introduce George to you.
Love no George.
So welcome, meet George.
Oh, like George.
George. And when I'm working with a client, and so when I'm doing the energy work, it's like, okay, so I'm on his head with the intention that I'm working in your head, or working in the head area, so to speak. So then that way I know that, I just have him on my lap and I do the energy work on here and using with the intention of your energy. And then the frequency is created by the voice. I also have scalar devices running here in the background. So they are also getting the scalar energy is also incorporated into that. And clients have reported that they come out, I always say, no matter what service you get from me, one thing I will guarantee is you will come out more relaxed than when you went in. But a lot of people have been saying that they get a clarity, as they feel clean afterwards. Like they go, I don't know what it means, but I feel clean. Like it's just like a little scrubbies coming in and cleaning out your energy field and decluttering your energy field. So just like we declutter our homes and our closets, or at least we should.
Right.
Now's a great time for doing that, but with everything closed, you can't make the donations. I have a car full right now with donations, but it's decluttering the energy field.
And that's excellent because I think energy itself is wonderful. I mean, we can go into a higher vibe. How do we attain a higher vibe? And the whole concept of the scrubbies cleaning us out, because people can feel stuck. People can say, how do I get to that next, what's happening, right? Exactly. So what a great explanation in terms of what that is and what you can provide. I think it's great. And I also know too, as you had touched on earlier, part of that holistic piece is you are, and you do reflexology, and you also do that, I guess, a foot detox. Mm-hmm. And I know obviously if we can't do it in person, but can you tell us maybe when we can get into with people again, what that means and what that's about?
So I like to combine the two together because the reflexology, reflexology is, I am a certified reflexologist, and it works on the pressure points on the foot. So every single part of the body has a pressure point on the foot. And by working those pressure points, it's like getting a full body massage directly through your feet. But it goes much deeper because it also goes into the organs to help to restore balance. And when you get a reflexology, the first time you come in, it promotes the parasympathetic state. So the first time you come in, you'll feel me working on your first foot, then you'll feel me working on your second foot, and about halfway through that's when you slip into the parasympathetic state. But the body carries memory. So it is recommended to have, like any modality, including V.I.B.E or any of the other ones, it is recommended to have a series of them or more, or on a regular basis, so that your body remembers that parasympathetic state. And if you come on a regular basis, then as soon as you walk through the door, your body automatically slips into that parasympathetic state. And I like to combine it with the ion foot detox, because once you have everything running through your body, you've got all the energy flowing and all the toxins flowing around, then going into an ion foot detox, which detoxifies from the body. And I'll tell a little story about the ion foot detox in just a second, but it'll help flush everything out, right? And again, because if you were to do one detox, yes, it does have benefit, but has more benefit to do a series of them so that you don't go into healing crisis. So when I first heard about the ion foot detox, I thought, detoxing from the feet? Are you kidding me? Right? So I was very, very skeptical about it, but I did my research and I purchased a machine. And one day when I was working, I had a client at like 10 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't have another one till like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And in my 10 o'clock client, I noticed I had a canker sore in my mouth. And so I thought, well, I've got some time. I'm just going to do a detox just because, for no other reason, just because. And after I was done the detox and I was cleaning out the machine, I realized the canker sore was gone.
Yeah, nice.
Just from the detox. So that to me was my aha moment. Holy crap, this stuff really works. Yeah, so I love to combine the two, but it doesn't have to be, right? And I do have packages that do combine the two together. And of course, if anybody has any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. Just reach out.
Yeah, for sure, right? And I think when people don't know, they don't know. And I love that the fact that you tried it and said, okay, you know what? Now I can move in this path because it makes total sense. And this is what's happened, right?
Yeah.
And people are out there going, are you sure? Do you know what I mean? And I think it's so important.
I'm a true believer that there's 10% of the population that nothing will work on. There's 10% of the population that acupuncture will not work on. There's 10% of the population that will not get benefit from massage. There's 10% of the population, even from medical drugs, that they just don't work on them. And so that 10% is where I think if you go and look online for the ion foot detox, you'll see a lot of websites that debunk it, right? That just say it doesn't work, it's all a hoax, there's nothing to do, it doesn't work. And I believe those are the 10% of the population that find those because it did not work for them. But for the other 90%, it scares me that people will actually listen to that and not find out for themselves. So try it out, try it and find out.
I absolutely agree. I think it can be anything, and you will always have people being the naysayer about it. So it doesn't matter what it is, doesn't matter. There always is. So you're right. The rest of the population has to understand that it's like, that's his opinion, doesn't mean it's mine or maybe my experience, and then move forward from that.
Exactly. Try it for yourself. I always say, try to find out.
Yeah, for sure. Right. And I know with COVID, obviously, as we touched on earlier, things have changed. So it's great to hear you have your online coaching. I know, again, when we get together again, you do offer the spa packages.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
It's a half-day spa package. It's been a while since I've actually had anybody come in for that, unfortunately, but it consists of either your choice of Reiki or Reflexology. You get the ion foot detox. I have a portable sauna here, so you get a 20-minute sauna.
Nice.
10 minutes on a vibration plate, so that helps work out your system. And that also includes a light lunch. So I also give you, and then afterwards I have a beautiful shower here that has all surrounded with crystals so that you can wash off at the end of your after your sauna and release all that sweat and clean everything off. So we start off either with the Reflexology or the Reiki, and then we move into the ion foot detox, and we have a light lunch, then the sauna, the vibration plate, and then you can have the shower.
That sounds lovely.
Anybody that's experienced it has really, really enjoyed it.
Oh, that's fabulous. No, obviously I'm thinking, folks, this is something we have to try when we can get back together again, because that sounds lovely.
And then like you said, all the information's on the website that goes into more detail about the different services and what they offer.
And I will also post your sites too, just in terms, yeah, I will. I'll do all that stuff because I think it's fair enough that people can do a very quick link, right? They just see it and they go, oh, look at the thing, and it fires off. It keeps it nice and simple and easy. So that can easily be put up as well, which I will do, folks. So no worries there. And I hope everyone has found this very fascinating and very cool. I certainly do. So Annette, thank you very much. It's been wonderful.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Now, is there anything else that you would like to add?
I am in the process right now of with the V.I.B.E, since it is new, it's a beta program that I'm going to be offering that has the V.I.B.E. It's a 12-week program that includes V.I.B.E and also some other services. So the one service is I have a program that is similar to radionics. It's a form of radionics. So I go in and I'll do a scan of your body with the radionics to find out where there's imbalances and then do a protocol session on that. And then the soul tones, which is the frequencies created by your frequencies from your voice. So many people are familiar with binaural beats or binaural beats. And with the soul tones, we create a set of frequencies specifically for you in 6 different octaves so that you listen to them on a daily basis, and they help to reduce and those energy blockages that are holding you back. And then it also includes coaching. So every week you have a different session of something, and it goes through that and over a 3-month period, over a 12-week period, so that you can actually make the transformation that is required. Because I find sometimes people go in and go, oh yeah, I got a Reiki session, it was awesome. Well, did you continue with it? Well, it didn't work. Well, what do you mean it didn't work? Well, I went in because I had a sore knee. It made my knee feel a little better, but not real better. It's like, how long did it take you to get that injury? Like, how long have you been carrying it? And you think that you're just going to take one session, it's going to help? No, it takes a series of time. So this way, over the 12 weeks, it'll allow that transformation so that you can be more comfortable in your own skin, because it is my goal to help over 10,000 people in less than 5 years to be more comfortable in their skin, to learn to move from fear to love, and to make a unity of oneness within the world.
That is a beautiful vision. Big round of applause. Let me tell you, that is, yeah, fabulous. So if we can help you get there, I think that's definitely good. Yeah. Okay. And I also wanted to, you also have, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but don't you have a 5-minute, 3-minute mental release? Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a 5-minute stress release, 5-minute mental stress release. You can get it at vibeaction.ca. And it is about, it's actually 6 minutes. I kind of went on recording. Yeah, but it's 6 minutes instead of a 5-minute, but it's, so there's 3 exercises in there just to help you get recentered, regrounded, because like I don't feel so much now that we're really running under stress because we're all locked up. We're not running from here to there to get to appointments and all that stuff, but we still have the stress and the anxiety, and there is still the stress because of COVID, and like, when is this going to stop? When are we going to be able to get out? And you can be experiencing anxiety. So it's 3 very simple exercises that you can do to help bring yourself back to the moment, to bring yourself back to the present, to help get you grounded and focused.
Excellent. So people, you can take advantage of that one, which is great. And again, I'll post that. And I know also too, you have your Sunday inspirations.
Yes, I send out an email every Sunday. So you can just connect with me and I can add you to my email list. And they're just little quotes or little sayings or something to be read, just to kind of something to think about for the week.
Well, I have it. And I really want to say thank you, because on Sunday I get up and I go, oh, isn't that great?
Yeah, I send them out before 8 in the morning so that when you get up there, they're in your inbox.
Yeah, but it's just that tweak too, to say, oh, I can now immediately change the energy or the focus of what I want for my day. So folks, do that too. Okay.
Thanks for mentioning that.
You're welcome. So again, folks, I hope everybody enjoyed this information. I know, Annette, I certainly have. And I think, again, we need to, you know what, give some love and give some comments and thumbs up below for Annette and everything that she has. Please comment. That would be fabulous and appreciated. And so, Annette, I am going to, on the count of 3, give you a big high five into my camera. So in 3, 2, 1, here we go.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate your time.
Yeah, no, thank you for, as I mentioned, for popping on. And again, folks, you know what? I am going to ask you if you would please like, comment below, tag somebody, share, right? Because sharing is caring, right? Because we never know what's behind the curtain of another individual. And I think this information in this piece could be very useful for them. So try not to prejudge, but just help out. And the other big one too, regarding this particular Facebook page, as a community, we want to share. We want to hashtag collaboration is cool. We want to see if we can help out in any way we can. And I think this is one way of doing it, right? By sharing and tagging. So please, that would be great if you would do that. Okay. And so I am going to go hashtag collaboration is cool, hashtag live your life, and then hashtag ASP coaching you.
Yeah. And I also got a hashtag V.I.B.E. I want to get that. I want to get that hashtag out there. Hashtag V.I.B.E.
Nice. And that's what we're going to do. So thanks, folks, for popping on today. Really appreciate it. And one more last time, thank you, Annette.
Thank you.